Hello everyone, this is Shawn Stewart of 586 Sports with a brand new video. If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you are watching this on Rumble, hit the follow button. In this video, I will be doing an NFL wild card against the spread. Now, before I begin, I want to say this segment is being brought to you by from my good friends at Splash Sports. Now, Splash Sports is the leading skill-based sports gaming platform that is built for friends to use for their knowledge to compete for real money. Splash Sports lets you compete in huge survivor or fantasy contests across all the most popular sports leagues. New Splash Sports customers can get their free $10 by clicking the link below, by creating an account and entering your first contest that is more than $10. Now, after you enter your first $10 plus contest and it starts, you will receive $10. Check the state that you live in that you can play Splash Sports. Canada is also welcome, except for Quebec. Now, here's what I want to say about that. So, let's say a contest is $10. Now, if it has a multi-entry, I recommend you doing that so that way you can get your $10 free. Or if a contest is $20 and you enter, that's 10. That's just, you get your free $10. And also, I want to say that the deadline for these against this Friday at noon. So, just letting you know up front. And you can also follow me on Splash Sports at 586 Sports S for my upcoming contest, whether it's Survivor Pool, Pick'ems, golf, NBA, you know it. So make sure you, after you create your account, make sure you follow me on Splash Sports. All right, so we can get started. All right, so first off, we have is the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. So for this game, not only do I like the Chargers, but this is the best against the spread pick on Splash Sports. Texans not only have struggled in the second half of the season, their offense is ranked 25th in the NFL in EPA per play and 31st in success rate since week 10. And things won't get any easier against a team as well coached as the Chargers. Now, the Chargers should not have no issues playing on the road. They've been better on the road than at home this season. Now they have a net yards per play of plus 0.5 on the road compared to a negative 0.4 at home. So I expect the Chargers not only win to expect, but I expect them to cover. So take the Chargers. Next one we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Now, if you look at the Steelers, they have lost 4 in a row heading into this postseason, while the Ravens, they're on a 4-game winning streak. Now, the Ravens outgained the Steelers by 2 yards per play in the first game, but ran 20 fewer plays and had 3 turnovers. In the second meeting, the Ravens outgained the Steelers by 1.5 yards per play and won 34-17 with a 2-1 edge in the turnover battle. The Ravens also had 5 red zone trips to just 2 for Pittsburgh, something of a reversal from the first game when Pittsburgh had 4 to Baltimore's 2. Now, in that first game, the Steelers failed on all 4 red zone trips. Chris Boswell was 4 for 4 on field goals and 6 for 6 overall. As for Justin Tucker, he missed 2 field goals. Otherwise, the Ravens would have swept the season series. Now, Lamar Jackson had 207 passing yards in each game, well below his season average of 245.4. Jackson is leading the NFL in touchdown yards per attempt, adjusted net yards per attempt, passer rating QBR, and in some minds, the race for NFL MVP was only 31 of 56 in the games against the Steelers. Jackson hung an 8-0 touchdown interception ratio in 2 games against the bad Bengals defense we just saw, and they fired the defensive coordinator. Bengals I'm talking about. Now, Lamar Jackson also had 5 touchdown passes in the game against the Giants and Buccaneers as he had 13 carries for 68 yards against the Steelers, once again below his season average of 6.6 yards per rush. Now, I have confidence that the Ravens will win, but the question is, will they cover? So I'm going to pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. I expect them to lose big, more than 10 points. So pick the Pittsburgh Steelers. Next one we have is the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos and Buffalo Bills. Now, you can make an argument that the Broncos has the best defense in the NFL and is far superior to the Bills' defense. Now, the Broncos rank second in opponent yards per play, first in opponent EPA per play, second in opponent success rate, and third in opponent points per game. Meanwhile, the Bills ranked 21st, 16th, 20th, and 11th in those four respective stats. Josh Allen is going to have to bring his A game to lead the Bills to a win and cover. Now, don't be surprised if Denver is able to pull off this upset. Now, the Broncos will head to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs in the AFC West match. If the Bills win, they'll host the highest remaining seed in the divisional round, which will likely be the Ravens beating the Steelers. But if the Steelers beat the Ravens, the Bills will host the winner of the Texans versus Chargers. So I got the Buffalo Bills in that game. So take the Bills. Next one we have is the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Packers are ranked third in the NFL in net yards per play at plus 0.9, sporting the same mark while playing on the road this season. Now, if any team wants to beat the Eagles, the key is to stop the run, with 48.83% of their offensive yards gained this season have been on the ground, which is over 4% more than the next closest team. Now, if anyone can slow that rush attack down, that's the Green Bay Packers, as they allow the third fewest yards per carry at 4.0. They're also seventh in opponents' rush EPA and fifth in opponents' rush success rate since week 10. And Jalen Hurts is still in concussion protocol. And I think I heard he may be, I saw him this afternoon. So please check the stat of that game. But the Packers are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games, as the Packers have won 7 straight home games. So that's a subject for another topic for that 7 straight home games. So I'm going to pick the Green Bay Packers. The next one, it is the Washington Commanders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, in week 1, the Bucs spoiled the debut of Jaden Daniels. They won 37-20 as Baker Mayfield passed for 4 touchdowns, and Jaden Daniels had a rough NFL debut. Now, the Commanders are 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games versus NFC South opponents. Buccaneers are 6-3 against the spread in their last 9. Buccaneers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against NFC East opponents. Now, the Commanders are entering the playoffs, ranking 13th in the NFL in net yards per play at plus 0.3, while ranking just 15th in EPA per play and 19th opponent EPA per play since week 10. Now, the Buccaneers have been one of the elite teams, but they've been quiet. Now, they're 5th in net yards per play at plus 0.7, along with the 4th in EPA per play and 7th in opponent EPA per play since week 10. Now, the Buccaneers should find plenty of success running the football, and since Bucking Irving is the main rusher, their running game has thrived. Now, they're going to face a Commander defense that allow 4.8 yards per carry, which is the 5th most in the NFL. The Commanders have struggled on the road this season. They are 27th in the road net yards per play at minus 0.6. A lot of things are pointing in the Buccaneers' direction. On Sunday night, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And last but not least, we have the Minnesota Vikings and the LA Rams. Now, if the Vikings were to win that game on Sunday, they would have got that number 1 spot and would have got that bye. And that was a great Sunday night football game. Now, that game ended not too good, let's just say that. But in week 8, the Vikings suffered a 30-20 defeat to the Rams on Thursday Night Football. That was at LA. Now, that game marked a notable turning point in the Rams season. That was Puka Nacua's first game back from an early season injury. Beginning that Thursday night, the Rams won 8 of their next 10 to clinch a playoff spot before resting their starters this past Sunday. Now, Stafford did put up 279 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against a Vikings pass defense that ended the season ranked 28th in the NFL. The Vikings have one of the league's top statistical run defense, as the Rams is 24th in rushing yards per game. Now, the Rams is the only team other than Detroit that could beat Sam Darnold and company this season. The Rams are 4-2 against the spread as home underdogs. They're much healthier facing the Vikings this time around. Now, Cooper Kupp and Pakua Nakua have both just come off injuries the first time these teams played. The Rams also have veteran Tyler Higbee back in the lineup, and he caught a touchdown on Sunday. Now, the Vikings is 3-2 against the spread as a road favorite and has been a superior team to date, but this can go one way or the other, but don't be surprised if the Rams pull off an upset on Monday night. Now, the Vikings and Rams rank 12th and 16th in yards per play, as well as 13th and 14th in EPA per play. Another issue they shared is punching the ball in for a touchdown when they get to the red zone. The Vikings are 19th and the Rams are 25th in red zone offense. The Los Angeles defense ranks 5th in the red zone, allowing teams to score a touchdown on just 50% on red zone trips. So for the pick I'm going to pick is the Los Angeles Rams. So there you have it. That is my against the spread pick. So once again, make sure you register your new account on Splash Sports by clicking the link below. The promo code is already there, by the way. And then after that, join in the contest where they have the against the spread contest where you can win up to $8,000. And there's another one is $2,500. So once again, make sure you enter it. Make your picks. Deadline is Friday at noon because it is going by quick. So I will see you guys later. You guys have a nice and wonderful day. Take care.